What's up, guys? This is TheKephas. Welcome to Class Course, where we take a brief look at a specific class specialization from World of Warcraft and break down their core rotation. So if you're a beginner, or you're simply not familiar with how to play a particular class, then you've come to the right place. Today we're going to be talking about Enhancement Shamans. Now, the Enhancement Shaman has become one of the most popular classes to play in Dragonflight, and for good reason. They are incredibly fun to play, and they have one of the best designed talent trees in the game. However, they can be a little bit more tricky to explain, especially at a beginner level. This is because their rotation is highly dependent on the direction you go in the talent tree. So I'm going to try to explain things the best I can, and focus mostly on the more commonly used abilities that are also the easiest to understand. Essentially, the Enhancement Shaman has a large pool of abilities that all have cooldowns, and your main goal is to try to use them as much as possible. We've got to start somewhere, so we may as well start things off with Flame Shock. This will deal a small amount of damage up front and deal even more damage over time. So your main goal is to apply Flame Shock if it's not already active. If it is active, you can still use Flame Shock on cooldown, but it sinks to the bottom of your priority list. Follow Flame Shock up with Lava Lash. This will deal damage and cause Flame Shock to deal even more damage, and also spread Flame Shock to nearby enemies. Beyond that, depending on what direction you go in your talent tree, you will have a number of other abilities that will fill out your rotation that generally all follow the same rules. Simply put, you'll want to try to keep them all on cooldown, and during a fight, you'll be using the first one that becomes available. Aside from Flame Shock and Lava Lash, you may also have Ice Strike, Storm Strike, Sundering, Frost Shock, and Crash Lightning. You want to try and keep any of these that you have on cooldown and continue to use them as they become available. Now, if that's not enough for you, good, because we're not done yet. Because as you're dealing all this damage, you'll be generating stacks of Maelstrom. At 5 stacks of Maelstrom, your next ability that would otherwise have a cast time will be instant cast and deal significantly more damage. So once your Maelstrom is maxed out, you want to use it as soon as possible so that you can continue to generate stacks. When fighting one enemy, your main priority when using Maelstrom is Lava Burst. When this ability is on cooldown, you can switch over to using Lightning Bolt. But when you're fighting multiple enemies, you'll switch over to using Chain Lightning. This all might seem like a lot, but we'll try and simplify it with a recap. Keep Flame Shock active at all times, spend your Maelstrom stacks at cap, and keep your remaining abilities on cooldown. Believe it or not, there are still even more optional abilities tucked away in your talent tree. But I feel like we've already gone over so much, and since this is a beginner's guide, I want to try to keep things as simple as possible. So for now, I'm going to end things here. Hopefully, this video will help get you started. But keep in mind that in Dragonflight, your talent tree build will have the most significant impact on your rotation. You have a lot of options, but the most important thing to consider is the type of content you want to participate in. This will have the most significant impact on the direction you should take with your build. So if you'd like to learn even more about your class, then I highly recommend that you check out the class Discords, and I will provide a link to them in the description below. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, let me know by clicking that like button, and feel free to share it with your friends so they can enjoy it as well. And if you'd like to see more videos, you can subscribe to the channel, and click on the bell icon to be notified as soon as new videos are posted. You can also follow me on Facebook, and if you'd like, you can support my work on Patreon. Links to all that stuff can be found in the description below. This is TheKephas. Until next time.